Raising responsible children ought to be a collective responsibility. We told you earlier that in times past, we often said it takes a village to raise responsive and responsible children. Now we're asking ourselves, what is your role? What is ours? Can we work together? Should all hands be on deck? Well, NTA is talking about skills for life. Our children need life skills. NTA, take it from here, please.
In today's Nigeria, raising responsible children goes beyond school grades. The question is, what are they really learning? Are young minds being equipped with skills for life or just memorizing for exams?
Vocational schools are very, very important to our nation building in the sense that people are advised from the beginning or they choose their career. They acquire skills, either in terms of fashion and design, in terms of electrical engineering, in terms of upholstery, POP, and others. And these are the practical steps for any nation to move forward in technology. But right now, technology is making it open now for people to see that our people still has the brain to develop skill and come up with something tangible in terms of technology.
Across Asaba, vocational classes, NGO training hubs, and some primary schools are opening their doors to children, teaching them skills that prepare them for self-reliance and innovation. But how accessible are these opportunities?
Delta State is trying to make it possible for every local government to have technical colleges and vocational centers so that it will be accessible by all. It will not be a situation whereby a set has these technical colleges and vocational studies and the other group. In Delta State, we have 3 senatorial zones. Delta North at least today have 5 technical colleges. Delta South has 5 technical colleges. And Delta Central has 4. 1 is to be added now to make it 5. And with time, we intend to expand by creating technical or modern technical colleges in each of the local government so that this skills acquisition and learning will be accessible by all Deltans.
Learning a skill which can also balance with your academics is by learning what can help you to enjoy what you be in the future. When you learn a skill, you can also use it during the future to help you to gain money and so on. When you are learning a trade, you can add your academics into it so that it can be more better. When you also learn a skill, you can also have your own company, which you can employ people to start working for you, which can also help you to gain money so that you can't disturb your parents.
Her story reflects a growing reality. Many children are learning to balance academic life with practical skills and investment in both knowledge and livelihood.
A child who is exposed to skill, man, the sky is just your starting point. You teaching your children how to learn skills does not stop them from their academic work. It doesn't. Rather, it shapes them. It helps them. In the future, they become useful to themselves and to the society.
Learning a skill will help to rebuild your mindset towards the future. Because in Nigeria, we have found ourselves today, there's no white-collar job any longer. And being someone that learned a particular skill, that will give you an edge as a child over other peers, because it will make you to stand out as a boss on your own, be independent.
In a country where unemployment challenges remain high, vocational skills are no longer just extras. They are essential for survival, creativity, and future empowerment.
Nigerians should come up, open up, get their words into the School of Technical Education and Vocational Studies so that we'll have enough talent, enough people that can drive our economy. That's the only way. Our economy has to be driven through the different skills that we have acquired.
Raising responsible children is not just about discipline or academics. It's about equipping them with the tools to live, thrive, and lead tomorrow. Skills for life, skills for survival, skills for Nigerian future.
Thank you so much. Now, for us to raise responsible children, we must strike the delicate balance between discipline and love. And NTA Abuja is asking a very important question. Are we helping or exploiting? NTA Abuja, take it away.
Every parent wants to raise children who are disciplined, hardworking, and responsible. Across communities, young people are introduced early to skills, whether it's baking, farming, tailoring, or working in family businesses. Raising responsible children is a goal many parents share. But where do we draw the line between teaching valuable skills and exploiting their labor? When does skill building end and child labor begin? 9-year-old Victoria attends a baking class, learns how to measure flour, crack egg. It's fun, creative, and she still has time for homework and play. This is skill building.
A reason why I bake cake is because it's a survival skill, and every time after school, I practicalize it so I can be a baker when I grow up.
Here is Dodo spending long hours in the mechanic workshop, not in school, lifting heavy equipment and working so hard. Nigeria's child labor statistics shows that 30.3% of population aged 5 to 17, approximately 62.9 million children were surveyed. Among ages 5 to 14, 42.3% are full-time students. 35.3% combine school and work, while 11.2% are working only. In family businesses, children may help out voluntarily, learning valuable skills and responsibility. However, if their contribution becomes mandatory or interferes with their well-being, it becomes exploitative.
Every parent should have a vision for what they want for their child. Like, what do you want your child to become? You know, because if all you make your child do is start selling or hawking things at a very early age, instead of empowering that child with real life skills, you know, those days we had what they call technical colleges, where children from junior secondary school could go and learn hands-on skills, you know, like carpentry, mechanic shop, mechanics and all that, so that even when they are done with secondary school, they can be self-reliant. So, but instead of exploiting them, is to have a vision of what you want your child to become. And if whatever you want to do with that child does not align with that vision, then you will not invest energy in that area.
A child helping after school may learn discipline and customer service. In agriculture, children may learn responsibility by watering plants. In entertainment, a child acting in school play gains confidence. But constant commercial performances without rest or education take away childhood.
Academics is a necessity for everyone basically, and for children at this rate, in this time, and the trending things in the country and all over the nation now, children, adults alike are expected to have the basic knowledge, the basic skills. So what we do in schools now is to ensure that while children are learning expected milestones they are supposed to learn for their different classes, we also try to balance it with skill acquisition so the children can be self-sufficient. As you know, we do not want to just raise children who are dependent on just their certificate and nothing else.
Nigeria's Child Rights Act forbids exploitative labor, but doesn't ban apprenticeship. However, to shift from exploitation to empowerment, communities and states should promote safe, supervised skill training.
Children can learn multiple skills at the same time at that age because their brain is sharp and whatever they learn then stays there. And children tend to learn more when you do practical with them than the theory and all that. So I believe that from that age of primary school level till even university level, monitoring is is key. Some of our parents don't have that time. They just drop their kids wherever they are going to learn. And when the time, if it's 4 o'clock, they go there to pick. They don't ask questions. They don't even say, oh, let me even look in. You have the right to look into what your child is doing.
Efforts to expose children to skills and self-sufficiency may be beneficial, but must be balanced with their overall well-being, so we don't raise responsible children without exploiting them untimely.
Chinemelum, amazing rendition there. And I don't know, our friend on the keyboard, let's give it up for him as well. That was an amazing backup, you know. It made it all the more easier for Chinemelum to deliver. You know, if I were to use one word to describe the children of our generation, we will say that they are unstoppable. And that's how we want them to be. Well, they have contributed immensely to our topic today. They've put all us in a good mood, and it's time to begin to introduce our guests. Mrs. Ayodeji is here. She's an accountant with 15 years experience. She's worked in the banking sector. Right now, she's doing her own due diligence in the public service. She's here with us on Weekend. But first, we'll see her profile.
You're welcome to Weekend Deal, Mrs. Ayodeji.
Thank you.
No, Mrs. Ayodeji is not alone. I'm sure you all heard the story of Moremi Ajosoro, the legendary Yoruba queen who liberated the Yoruba kingdom because she was tenacious, she was resilient, and she loved her people. In the studio today, there's another Moremi. And trust me, she's also a queen because she is winning on all fronts. Recently, she came first runner-up in the Pegasus National AC, where thousands of students put in their entry. Her name is Moremi Ayodeji. We'll tell you the connection when we come back. But first, let's see her profile.
Moremi, it's great to have you with us on Weekend Deal today. Thank you. And you guys did not see them coming. If you had seen them walking, Mommy, Mrs. Mobolaji, Ayodeji, and Moremi, this mother and daughter, in case you didn't already grasp, they're almost the same height. And Moremi is less than 13. Are you a teenager yet?
No. Preteen.
Congratulations. You know, we're so honored to have you here with us today.
Welcome.
Well done, well done. I know Patience is itching to get into Moremi's bio. But let me ask Mrs. Mobolaji a question, Ayodeji. That's Moremi's mom. We're talking about intentionality in raising our children. And we can see Moremi flying from all angles. She likes the art, she likes the sciences, she wants to be a lawyer. There's so much essay writing, she's gaining laurels and knowledge already. Are you being intentional in chatting her into areas where you know she has interest, or you allow her to flourish and nourish her flav as she just goes along? I know you have two of them.
Yes, I have. I think I'm a bit of the two. I'm both intentional, at the same time I allow her to do whatever she has interest in.
Okay, that's cool. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question here. I know Mommy is here, eh?
Yes.
But they're going to answer it they truthfully, eh? Between Mommy and Daddy, who is the disciplinarian in the house? Who says, hey, and brings out the stick? Or nobody does it?
Nobody really does that.
Okay, so how are you able to put yourself on the straight and narrow? What is it they tell you that make you do the right thing all the time? If nobody's bringing out the stick, it's only the carrot. How are you able to do the right thing all the time, most times? I mean, nobody's perfect.
Because I know what is right and I choose to do that instead of doing what is wrong and stressing them. So
Wow.
I like that.
Moremi, you don't have to stress your parents.
Yes.
Okay, very interesting. Let me come back to you, Mom. Mom, we know in times past, we always progressed and espoused this phrase that it takes a village to raise exceptional children.
Yes.
We want our kids to be responsible, hence this conversation. Is that still the case now? I know you are a hands-on mom and part of the fact that you're also working,
Yes.
you know, but would you say it takes a village to raise children that Nigeria will be proud of?
Yes, it's still true. It may not be like before, but it is still true.
How true now? If it's not like before, what has modernity and sophistication brought to that phrase to make it more interesting?
You know, these days we have what we call, is it Gen Z? Some listen, some don't listen. You know, I think you have to study the environment. If you know a child is going to be rude to you, it's better to let go and don't say anything. But if you know that kind of child will listen, you can say what you want to say. Just say it and walk away. You don't have to be using iron hand to say you must do so when it's not your child or when the person is not yours.
But it's okay to contribute.
It's okay to contribute. Just say what you want to say and walk away. At least you have said yours.
You have said your part.
And
You can
move
say
on.
it nicely, warmly, and sweetly.
That's the fire cry from how we're raised. Mama Edith, my neighbor will first beat you, and as he's coming home, your mother takes over the beating. They'll not even ask what you did, because for Mama Edith to beat you, it means you did something for Mama Edith to beat you.
Yes.
So they will join and beat you. I mean, times have changed, society is evolving, they're the Gen Zs with a whole lot of emotional baggage. Okay, let's go into your journey, what you did. Recently, you made us all proud with the National AC. What topic did you write on?
Wait, is it all the topics? Or?
No, the last one, the final one that made you come first.
You were first run out.
Yes.
Okay, the final one is
Forgotten.
Okay, what interests you in writing?
Writing, yes.
If you were to write, when you write, what interests you and what inspires you?
sometimes I think of the writing like a fictional book. Then you just the ideas and the ideas just come for me to put it down on pen and paper.
So was it challenging when you had to write this, knowing that there were so many other entries? Were you under any form of pressure, or you just wrote?
I was under pressure because I didn't think that I would get selected or shortlisted to the next round. So
Okay, there were several rounds. How many rounds were there?
There were 5 rounds, 3 essay rounds, and 2 interviews.
Oh, congratulations.
It was rigorous.
I know the next time you're going to be first. You're going to come first the next one. We're mighty, mighty proud of you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Ayodeji, you know, still talking about the village, though I was just told that one of our directors here said that it's not the village raising the children, now it's the television, not to mention the social media, but I use village figuratively and very lightly and sweetly. I mean, utilizing every good thing. That's what I mean by the village. Not necessarily it must be your hometown. That village is Abuja. That village can be NTA. Our children come here and even our colleagues tell them a thing or two that can help them progress. But I want to ask you something. Today when Sule was going over our dailies, he talked about a very heart-wrenching issue about cases of sexual abuse. He said Lagos is over 6,000, almost 7,000. And I know it's almost triple that. That is just what we have that has been reported. So crime and criminality seem not to be abating at this time. Where would you say guardians, caregivers, parents, are getting it wrong? Because that is just Lagos. We have 35 other states minus the FCT. So I can't imagine the number of reported cases already. What would you say, caregivers, guardians, and parents, in what aspect do we need to up our game?
I think we need to open the communication line more. It's not like there has not been rape cases or sexual abuse in the past, but the, what should I call it now? The way it is coming out now, the way people are expressing, opening up, that is what is helping it now. So as parents, you should open up the communication line between you and your kids so that they can be able to come to you and tell you, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm passing through. And as a parent, be patient, listen, don't just shut them down. Because during our own times, you couldn't approach your dad or your mom to say, this is what I'm going through. You would think they would not listen to you or they would just shut you up. But I think things are changing. It's not like that now.
I mean, even those that commit this ugly...
There was this culture of when it is within the family, let us shut it up. It's hush. Nobody wants to talk about it. And that it will just go just like that. But I think things are changing now. It is no longer like that. Even if I know you, I will make sure you get punished for whatever you have done. And for whatever you have, the evil you have done, I will make sure I get to the end of it. I think that is what is happening now, compared with before.
Okay, thank you so much. I think what you basically said is that we must kill the culture of silence.
Yes.
Kill the culture of silence. Make yourself accessible to your children. Our conversation is heating up, and NTA Makadi will be joining us now. NTA Makadi, take it away.
Playtime and nap time are crucial for child development, offering numerous benefits that cannot be overemphasized.
Play is, in simple terms, activities that make where children engage in physical activities that are not sedimentary, that makes them move around. So the importance to their health cannot be overemphasized at this age and time when the tendency, the temptation to be drawn to mobile devices. Make sure they take some healthy nap time. We used to call them siestas those days during the daytime. And so it created a very good balance for them to rest enough with that nap and also move around with the physical exercises. So it creates a balance and so you can have a healthy development in our children.
I feel when a child plays, it helps them in bonding, it helps them to improve their creativity. And the nap time helps the children to relax their nerves, it helps them to rest well, and it helps the child to grow well.
When they play, it stimulates their brain activity, it makes them their bones to develop stronger. It even improves their social skills. They learn how to play, they learn how to solve problems from those play. And then for the nap, it's so important. They need to sleep properly. You know, it makes their brain to rest properly. When they wake up, they are brighter, they are healthier.
Their nap time is also important because the brain needs rest. Considering the activities they have in school, and then when they play, they are always active. So it's good that in between they get to have some rest because it's very, very fundamental for their growth as they advance in age.
I like to play because it's so much fun and I make new friends.
I like playing because it is entertaining, it helps energizing my body, it helps me to focus on doing things, and it helps me to improve my moral skills.
Despite its benefits, some activities interferes with children's playtime and nap time.
The digital technology thing taking over what we grew up knowing that, okay, you need to go to someone's house to play, you know, and have fun activities, play in the sand and all of that. But for now, you find parents buying gadgets for their children and then it takes the time. They are buried inside and forget that, okay, I have a cousin, I have a friend who I need to meet up with and all of that. So I think being too engrossed in the digital world is beginning to edge off children meeting up one-on-one to have real-time play and get to understand each other.
You don't just take the screen away from them. You have to substitute it. That is one important thing that a lot of people are leaving out. If you take the screen away from them, you must replace it with something else. You can give them word search, something that would also task their brain, like a puzzle. Very, very good, you know. You can give them a novel, books, storybooks according to their ages. It helps as well.
If they also are tied to these mobile devices, which are addictive anyway, you see their sleep time is not as it should be. Even at night, if you're not smart enough as a parent, you think they're sleeping, but they stay up at night, late at night with those devices. So you should keep those devices from them.
Together, play and rest builds a foundation for a child's overall healthy growth and well-being.
Well, another guest has joined us. When I saw in his profile polymath, I said, okay. You know, he worked meritoriously for 35 years. He retired as a chartered accountant. Today, he innovated. In fact, one of his school is called Innovative Group of Schools as the founder and the CEO. I'm talking about Professor Godwin Oladejobi. We'll see his profile. He's right here.
Prof, you're welcome to We Can Deal.
You're welcome to We Can Deal.
Patience? Yes. No, madam, I'm very young. Patience, please. What try is madam inside this matter? Patience.
Patience is fine. Stammer is also fine.
I'm pleased to be here.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm pleased to meet you as well.
Okay.
It's a good thing to be at NTA.
Oh, yes, any day. Yes.
NTA anytime.
Yes, sir. We're talking about raising responsible children, and we are delighted to speak with you because you have had that under your belt. I mean, as a professor, somebody who has taught children all your life. Now, we are at the point where our children are more evolved. The method you used in raising your children, I'm sure when your grandchildren come, it's different. What are we to look out for in raising these young ones these days?
Okay, thank you very much once again. I'm Oladejobi Godwin, a professor, as I've said, by the grace of God. I'm also a pastor, a man of God. The question you have asked, yes, in those days, there were so many things that we used to raise our children. These days now we see them with different talents, different focus, different ideologies and their potentials. But now some of them, they want to really get it early. They want to be there very early. Mm-hmm. They don't want to wait. They don't want to really start from the beginning and graduate and move ahead. But we need to make sure that we are able to bring them up in a very gradual way. Be able to tell them that in those days, yes, times were different. Those days were not the same thing today. True. This era of technology, digital age, we call our age then maybe an analog age. Analog age. We're now in the digital age. Things are moving fast. But then we need to be careful. We still want them that in as much as things are going fast, they also must take things gently, little by little, so that they don't go astray or jump the gun. We need to direct them appropriately, so that they will not say, "I want to make it early." We, in our own time, I can take my own personal example. I started in Central Bank of Nigeria
as a clerk.
How old were
As a
you?
clerk. I was about 22. Wow. I was intending to go to university then. I got admission. I couldn't go. There was no money. But by the grace of God, I got that employment in Central Bank. I never expected it. And it came like that. When I got there, I was saying I wanted to become an engineer, a doctor, this and that. Is that all? Is all my dream ended here? And God was telling me it's not ending here. When I got there, I was ministered to by my assistant manager there. They say, yes, you intended going to the university. But this place you are is a place where you can become anything you want to become. And so I read mass physics, all those things. Everything now is gone. They say it's not gone. Just be patient, just be focused, and know what you are doing. And I took it up. Okay. Before you knew it, I never knew anything about economics, law, accounting. Very foreign to me. But when I got there, I prayed, I said, God, in this central bank, all my mates, they were coming in and reading. Before you know it, they got admission overseas, US. I said, will I remain here? I will not remain here. I will determine. So in those days, determination and focus was key. That you will not be where you are. And before you know it, I did my banking exam. London there. Before you knew it, I passed. I spent I started with clerk grade C, the lowest in Central Bank. But before you knew it, I just started 9 months as a supervisor. They upgraded me when I passed my banking exam, AIB, Association of Bankers. Okay. I'm trying to give you my own personal example. Yes. That how you need to make sure that you tread gently, even then too.
Take it one
you
step
have
at a
to
time.
also make sure you are focused. I got my banking. Before you knew it, I was able to get my accountancy there and then. So
and you became chartered.
I became a chartered accountant.
After how many years did you become a chartered accountant?
Oh, that one took some time because I became chartered accountant around 1993.
How old were you then?
Around that 1993, I was born in 1951, about...
Okay, 40-something years. About 42.
Yes.
Okay, I want to allude to some things you have said. Okay. You talked about ensuring that our children go in a gradual way. Because they may fall.
Yes.
The idea of telling them to take it gently is that there are loopholes and there are ditches.
And pitfalls.
But there's also a place for those mistakes, isn't there? Let me ask Mrs. Adeji to come in here. There's a place for our children to make errors. Yes. Because we often learn that if we pamper them, correct them, check them, we won't always be physically present there. So we need to also create a high level of independence. Prof talked about the support system. We know that is key. But what about that very key ingredient, which is independence? We all want that in our children too.
Yes.
So how do we raise them to be tenacious and focused, as well as being independent? And should we totally prevent them from having a few falls here and there?
No, it's not possible for them not to have falls here and there. All you need to do is to guide. You guide them. When they tell you something or you see something good, it's good to seek for their opinion. Or when they tell you stuff, you listen, both of you will process it. You ask questions, you have discussions. And when they make mistakes, you might tell them this is the reason why you made a mistake, or this is the reason why you failed. And you encourage them to go ahead and go on again and try it again. Not just to give up just like that. We too, we make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes.
Even now.
We learn from our mistakes.
Okay.
So nobody is perfect.
Okay, thank you so much, madam. I would like to ask this question. I think I've said it several times here, society has evolved. Is there no place for the cane in raising children these days? Is there no space anymore for the stick? Or is it just carrot, carrot, carrot?
There's a place for the stick when you have to.
Thank you, sis.
There is, but don't go to the extreme. That's what I was saying.
The stick, is it always a physical stick? Prof?
Yes. It may not always be physical stick.
Yes.
Physical stick is there. But there are some other sticks you can use. Even the tongue is a stick. The way you talk to a child when he has done something wrong. You talk to the child and just see that this thing, my daddy or my mommy doesn't like it. The way you talk to a child, if that child is well brought up and so on, you know that my father, my mother will not like this. She will be able to comport herself. The tongue, you speak to the child to correct, to put him right. It's not just always beating and beating and beating. No, and you can also say, well, you've done this. I wanted to do this thing for you. Because of this, you have one way or the other deny yourself that. Oh, Daddy, I'm very sorry. Yes, I intend to do this for you. I have a very big plan for you. But look at what you have done. By the time you tell a child like that, I have a very big plan. This is where I'm taking you to. But look at what you are doing now. You are trying to disappoint me. That girl or boy will reason, I don't want to make my daddy to be unhappy. Since he has a good plan for me, I better reverse. I better take to correction. It's not just stick and stick. You can correct by admonishing, encouraging, and guiding, and seeing that this way I'm going. If I don't take the correction, I'm not able to get to where I'm going. And you can also even a mere looking sign. You can give a sign to a girl and to a boy. He knows that this is what my daddy or my mama is saying. Yes. That sign alone, get out from there. You don't even need to
we often joke these days, Prof, not to cut in on you, that when we're younger, if you go somewhere with your mom, her whole 6 children, 7, they are seated there. Before the head is even turning, they know what has upset her. But nowadays, you'll be winking at your child. You do sign language. You'll just be...
Mommy, did your lashes enter your eyes?
Really?
The body language, is this still working with our kids?
It should work, but unfortunately,
not as much.
It's not really much. We still need to go. I mean, we still need to make sure that it works.
We need to do a bit more.
And the way we're going to do is that we have to really, maybe we have to bring them closer and teach. Bring them maybe on one-on-one. Body language may not go, but on one-on-one interaction with you and your boy, with you and your girl, it will go a long way. Be able to really understand that when you are saying this, they know whatever you are saying. It's very, very important. Closeness, openness, oneness, and discussion with your boy and with your girl.
And these were things that was
now,
not the
that
criteria.
even some parents, some mothers are a bit far.
Must go closer. But way back, that wasn't a key. It wasn't a key plus. You didn't have to be close physically, psychologically, or even socially to obey and to understand.
Society has evolved.
That's what we're saying now. The system, what we're saying, the technology, and the peer group, the friends that they keep, and all that thing, they are creeping in. To, in a way, reshaping them from what from the life supposed to be done. Because when they see that their friends, their colleagues, the way they react and the way they behave in the home, they tend to follow them. And if you, as a parent or a daddy, you don't say no, you can't do that. You should know the daughter or the son whom you are, the home you come from. It will go a long way to reshaping them and to bring them back.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Prof. That was quite amazing. We've been able to bring a clear-cut analysis about the way it was then and the way it is now. Even we parents, we need our own school because raising these Gen Zs is no work for the faint-hearted. Good Eti Moremi is here. I would like to hear Moremi's voice, but that will be after we take this break on Weekend. Don't go away. We are raising responsible children for Nigeria, for the continent, for the world, and we're doing it together.
Okay, our conversation still goes on. We're talking about raising responsible children. We're talking about raising people like that beautiful Choma that just sang for us and the likes. So here we are. Before we went on the break, Selma wanted Moremi to say something. She wanted to hear her voice, something to respond to the things we've talked about. Moremi, when, for example, at home, your mommy is not happy about something or your daddy is not happy about something, and they tell you, this thing you did, I don't like it. How do you respond to that?
Sometimes I keep quiet.
Oh, you keep quiet?
Or I do what they ask me or they complain about.
But you don't cry, right?
Not all the time.
But do you go back to mommy to say, Mommy, I'm sorry I did that? Do you go back to talk to mommy or daddy later to say, okay, I know where you're coming from? Do you do that?
Most times, but not all the time.
Not all the time.
But when you're quiet, like when your mom or dad is expressing displeasure and you're quiet, what is going on in your mind? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I shouldn't say anything that would add to the tension between the conversation.
Like the word we use in local, like the yawa.
The yawa.
When the yawa is on, let us just be calm.
So that's what that saying is about. I thought it's just trying to be defiant.
Tough. Yeah,
we parents think that you're just trying to be defiant. I didn't even know that means that, okay, please, let me
not
add to this fire that is on. Okay. Oh, that's really nice.
That's very touching.
That's
touching.
touching.
But I want to ask you something, Mrs. Ayodeji, if I may. Where do children get this feeling of resentment? We've had parents, I said earlier that there's no school for the parents. The task for us is not easy at all because what we went through, many of us, is not the same situation our kids are placed in. Prof has told us bring them closer. I mean, sometimes, even when you want to raise that hand, you put it down and use words. So, but we still find that some children, I've heard some conversations with some young people, and I know their parents and guardians, and it's surprising when I hear their take. What do you think can build that feeling of resentment and defiance in some young children?
I would say when you don't listen to that child. Sometimes you have to it's not all the time you have to shout or you have to use the iron hand. Sometimes you have to sit down and listen to what that child is saying. What is my child saying? Two of you should come together, put your heads together and talk about it. Instead of shouting, it is what I say that you must do. As a parent, it shouldn't be like that all the time. I think that is what can cause resentment. When mommy or daddy says, this is what you must do and you must do it, you give that child no chance to express his or herself.
Even if you feel you are right.
Even if you are right, listen to that child so that the two of you will now come to a compromise.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
Oh, thank you so much. I also think that as parents, is there anything we can do? Upskill, for example, whether we like it or not, Sam Benny, one of us joked that said television is raising our kids. Social media is raising our kids. As parents, children are known as the digital natives, right? We are the immigrants because we're the one coming into their world. Is there a way we can also upskill to know about, to go into social media so you can have conversation with your kids about what is going on? Do you think as digital migrants, we should also try to... That's really funny, right?
Yeah.
We should also learn what they are watching. Let us see what they are watching. Let's hear what they are hearing.
I
think we should do that, right?
I think we should do that.
Yes.
I think we should do that. It's very, very important because before you can be able to correct appropriately and know what is happening, we also should be able to upskill ourselves. Don't just say because they are the agencies, they are the digital people, you will just... If you don't make attempt to even see what is there, it is then be able to correct them appropriately. Some of them watch pornography pictures, all these games in the night, by 12 midnight, all these things. By the time you know what they are watching and how deadly it is to their own spiritual life, then you'll be able to now stand. You'll be able to say, look, that thing you are doing, I have got a glimpse of it, and I know what you are doing. You better stop it. But if you don't know, you'll be able to correct effectively. So it is high time we, who call ourselves analog or immigrant, is here now. I'm learning about it. We are immigrants coming to their place. We better sit up and make sure that even though you don't want to really acclimate, really glue yourself to it and be among them, but you must know what they are doing so that you're able to correct them well. Otherwise, you'll just be talking, you'll just be saying something in there, like a vague something.
And there'll be no communication. There'll be a breakdown.
Then I want to add to that sometimes when the children are watching things on TV, sit down with them and watch it. Sometimes they even invite us to watch with them. So sit down, even if you won't stay long, or maybe you may sleep off in between. Just ensure you are there to know what they are doing.
I know we've had several guests who have told us about family time, that we should even be intentional about creating family time. Saturday or Sunday, and it should be sacrosanct. Except there's something major, nothing should tamper with it.
Yes, family time. And the family time too, maybe as I've been told, it should not be limited to maybe they are watching. Let's create time. As they create time to watch film, to watch this, let them also create time. You create time for them. I know, family devotion is also key. Don't allow them to spend time and time in the day, in the afternoon, watching film. How many hours of the day or how many minutes of the day do they even spend with you in studying the scriptures, studying the Bible? Educating the mind, educating the heart, to make them spiritually sound and responsible. So that all those things they are watching, they are sinking in. To what extent are you able to reorientate them?
So that can even be the foundation.
In fact, that is the key. Start from there. By the time you start from there, and they are learning all the pitfalls, all the dangers in watching this and watching that. In fact, many of them, by the time you do that, you will not need to even do much. That word of God they are even hearing and you are teaching them will teach them more. They will not even go to all those things. They will restrict themselves. It will teach them. But when you also sit down and you are also becoming part, Mommy, it is time for us to, okay, I'm coming. Have we ever invited them to, boy, girl, let's come down now. It's time for us to pray. It's time for us to read the Bible. And let them read that scripture. Some choruses. So, and group them like that.
That's
by
the
the time
fact of
you
bringing them closer.
group them like that, you will see that you are already taking them away.
People are so excited by all we are saying, and they are reaching out to patients to tell us how they feel.
We should be able to mention.
Thank you so much, sir. You're right. That's the foundation. That remains the foundation. Watch what your children watch. I remember a long time ago, my son and I, Ben 10, there was a cartoon known as Ben 10. I knew everything about Ben 10. In short, my friends used to call me Ben 10's mom. It was that serious. Okay, messages are coming in, and we will. First one said, "Oh, you didn't tell your name." Say, this is what is supposed to be known to all parents worldwide. Creation of World Parents Enlightenment Day should be done because a lot of parents need to know this math. Thank you so much for this program. Thank you. Let us know your name and where you're reaching us from. Hello, my name is Divine Joy from Rivers. Whoa, keep it up. This is amazing. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Divine. I think we children need a better and proper education for our careers. Yes, and that's what we're talking about. Proper education. Okay, this one says, top. The top is so amazing, and God will keep you NTA. Oh, thank you.
I mean, that top is topic.
Yes.
That's where we as immigrants have to understand.
We as immigrants,
terminologies.
You're right. One of the things we need to learn is Gen Z language.
Terminologies,
Hello, Weekend Deal. I'm watching you people, and I'm loving it so much. Thank you. I mean, we are here every weekend because of you. Okay, a Weekend Deal. This is beautiful. I wish all parents right now in Nigeria are glued to their TV like I am. Well done. God bless the NTA. Yes. Thank you so much. That's why we're here. The final one I'll take. Is it good for a parent? Is it good for a parent to give their children phone from Musa, Niger State? Is a question we'll be answering, but first, is a question we'll be answering. During the holidays, a whole lot happened, from camps to summer schools. A whole lot happened, but Koho will be telling us the need for boot camps. Koho, take it away.
The Innovate Learn Holiday Bootcamp was set up as an opportunity for youngsters of ages 9 to 16 to tap into their level of curiosity, creativity, make them understand technology, and as well innovation, knowing that is what Innovate Up stands for.
I learned that there are 4 types of AI. We have the vision AI, the sound AI, the robotics, and also categories of AI. We have narrow AI, general AI, and super AI.
For coding, I learned how we are able to tell the computer how to work. We made a calculator in our coding class today where it was just a basic calculator like the ones that the market women use where there's just plus, minus, division, multiplication too. So we made that and I found out that it's actually not hard at all. You just need to understand the basics and you can create something as good as that.
Aspect or another track of the bootcamp is environmental sustainability. In our organization here, we call that Ecolab, and basically this is to expose them to upcycling and recycling.
We mix chemicals and colorings together.
The Ecolab and molding. We got to use clay to make crafts, sculptures, and anything you would like to create.
They teach us recycling and upcycling, teach us how to turn old things into new things. Things that are not useful again, we can turn into new things that we can use.
Thirdly is creative media, and in creative media department for us, we introduce them to photography, to videography, cinematography, and we also, ensure they have a hands-on experience of they casting their news, which we call junior bootcamp. Then they also engage in other hands-on activities such as designing a graphic poster.
Creative media.
Come in.
Come in. Going.
It would have to be the creative media. Under that, we had videography, photography, graphic designing, newscasting, and journalism. But my favorite would be newscasting and journalism. Because I've always wanted to be a journalist or an anchor or a reporter, somebody that just speaks and enlightens people. So that when I saw that was what I was going to do here, I was really excited.
Agritech for us is how we introduce how food is produced through the use of technology. And in our organization, in our office here, we have a greenhouse, we have hydroponics, and with that we introduce kids to how food is produced through these mediums, not necessarily going into the farm or in a village to carry cutlass and hoe to basically till the ground. So for us, the boot camp is to take them away from their regular classroom activities into the real world.
Experience in the agri-tech was food processing, then they taught us how to plant, and they taught us a lot of things. It was really fun.
I usually stay on my own. I don't want to mingle with other people. But this camp inspired me to be moving around. I can approach one of my fellow campmates, and I can start talking with them, and that is how I make friends.
Honestly, I like photography. Honestly speaking, I have a camera at home, but I don't know how to use it. Everyone told me that I should come so that I can learn many other things. So now I can use my camera at home and know how to use it now.
I just wanted to stay at home for the whole holiday. I didn't really want to learn anything. I just wanted to be on my iPad all the time. It was very, very great. I learned a lot of things, and this is kind of the best holiday place I've ever gone to.
I will tell my friends that you missed a lot, because this bootcamp has taught me many, many things, from being an eco-hero to learning AI intelligence, to learning how to code and decode, to learning how to make potteries, make keychains, a lot of things. I feel like this is an experience that everybody should have if they can have it.
These are smart kids that, from their schools, they're already doing very well. So coming here, they are able to extend what they've learned in school into teamwork here, into being more collaborative. And in the individual and group tasks they do, they all excel well. So it has really been a good time, a good experience for us. And of course, a good experience for the kids. And also, we know that as they've learned here in the real world, they're taking it back to their homes and to their communities to be able to implement some of the things they've learned. And, they are in their environment, they see sachet water on the floor or they finish drinking bottled water, they know you should not just litter it on the floor, you can find a way to reuse this. That's what we've taught them around environmental sustainability.
Our growth, even as children, and today when we are adults, we've learned. We learned as children, and they're asking us again to relearn as immigrants and as analog parents. And we are very willing, because at all times, I think what is important is that the young ones we relate with should understand that everything we do is in their best interest. So once we see that we're not able to pass that along, we should recheck our methods and go back to the immigrant book and learn again. Okay, I want to ask you something, Mrs. Ayodeji. You have a boy and a girl?
Yes.
Okay. So we are asking now, do we raise them differently? In times past, a lot of effort was placed
on the girl.
Yeah, on the girl, because she's going to be a wife, and that strong neck needed to be solid. But we found that there was some gaps being made because we felt all the man needed to do was provide. We're learning from Prof now and the immigrant book now that we need to bring our children closer. That father in future may have responsibilities more than just provision. Yes. So the methodology and the skill set in bringing the boy and the girl child up, what new invention from the immigrant book? After you speak, maybe Prof will lend us some that we can adapt so that we have well-grounded individuals.
I would say you should raise them the same. Don't let the boys feel superior to the girls. They are the same. Cooking, taking care of the house is a life skill. Let them know that. So the girls should do the same thing the boys are doing so that the girls won't feel as if I'm doing this because he's a boy or because I'm a boy, I'm treated like this. There should be no special treatment. Everybody should be treated the same, and I'm trying to do that too.
So the girl will learn how to change the tire?
Yeah.
Yes.
If she has to.
Well, if she has to, yes.
Yes, why not?
If she has to.
I mean, the discourse in the front burner remains that gender is a social construct. So we'll keep pushing that narrative. You want to add a voice to that?
Yes, I agree with that. We should treat both the same, boy and girl. But at the same time, we should not forget, and whether we like it or not, the girl, the woman, is the manager of the home. It's the manager of the home. All said and done, when you put a boy and a girl together, eventually, the girl will become a mother, become a wife. She must be taught how to keep the home, how to manage the home, how to manage the husband. If that is not specially taught, that girl will be a disgrace. By the time she becomes a wife, how many ladies now we have? They don't know how to cook.
So the man is the CEO.
The man
is manager.
The man, yeah.
The
gap
is much.
Yeah, the manager, I mean, is that
give her COO.
Not that she is the head. I'm not using the word manager as the head. But when you say management of home now,
Chief Operating Officer.
The woman, you cannot take away from them. And these days now, you see many ladies now only know how to cook noodles, spaghetti. They marry husband, what are you going to eat? I play spaghetti for you, noodle for you. That's the way you must teach your girl. Even though man too should be taught, because we have many men now who are chefs, who are before they become married, they are bachelors. They need to take care of themselves. Personally, as my example, before I became married, I lived many years taking care of myself, cooking, buying things. And just like that, no woman cannot tell me that I was eating what I liked. Cook what I because my mother trained me. So that was then. These days now, many of our boys are even ready to be trained in that way. Before what you know is they're out. They're out on the field. They're out on the field. I agree with her that we should try to make sure that both of them know. But in a way, let's see how to make sure what belongs to the girl, we let her know. What belongs to the boy, the father too should rise up. Both of you should rise up and teach them well. Because eventually, the girl will get there, get to the husband's house. And whatever happens there, we bounce back. Why you not trained at all? I expect something more than this. I expect this and that. So that one should be done. And the father too should make sure that she takes his own portion and train him very well, because he will be the husband to somebody, and the two of you should be the role model. Let them copy things that are worthy of copying in you. Because if two of you as mother and the father that are like cat and rat in the house, they will copy it too.
Okay. All right, let's do some.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Prof.
You've actually
so
enriched
much.
our discourse, and we appreciate you, sir. Let me quickly take some messages. They say this is a very important topic. In fact, parents are so busy looking for money that bringing up children in a responsible manner is relegated to the background. It's my prayer that this timely message and topic will help us sit up. From Pastor Liberty over at Cross River State. Someone say, wow, wonderful singing. Their voices are amazing. Well done, girls. Well done. Okay. It is good to give them, is it good to give them, someone is insisting, is it good to give them telephone to enable them connect to the internet and inspire them? Okay, there's no a strict answer to that. I always fall in love with Weekend Deal. Oh, my best NTA station. Joseph from Port Harcourt. See, we loved you first. Trust me. Yeah. When I say we loved you first, and that's why we're here.
You know, I was just telling our guest and patient, my sister, that it was Victor Osimhen that inspired Esther, because the way she was assisting for that cup, I said, she later even admitted to me behind the scene that, yes, Osimhen is a big mentor and role model to her.
I can only laugh.
We've been talking about raising responsible children. We're so proud of Moremi and all the beautiful children with us who have kept us company along the way. We even saw our children at the boot camp, and we say thank God for Innovate Hub and also the skills we have grabbed here and there. As we wrap up the show, Momi Ayodeji also add the Patience's guest question. Okay. That immigrant is very keen.
Very keen.
About the phone.
He has sent it 3 times.
I would say giving your children phone is important, but there is a particular age you have to give your children phone. For communication purpose, you can buy the ordinary one that you can just call to check on them when they are alone at home. Are you okay? Are you fine? But I think maybe by the time you get to SS3, a child should be responsible enough to use a phone. That's my own. Or maybe when they are about to write JAMB or enter the university. That is the age I believe is appropriate to give your children phone. But when a child is in nursery, primary, or pre-secondary, I don't think it's appropriate to give a child a phone to use, especially these smartphones. I don't agree with it.
So she's saying something. You don't believe.
All right, let's hear
Where
from
do you want? Where do you think? Where do you think you should own a phone before Daddy answered?
I don't think I should own a phone. There is sometimes the phones affect some people's academic performances too, because instead of them to be spending their time reading a book or they spend most of their time on the screen. They'll be playing game, watching YouTube, or doing whatsoever they do on the phone. So I think.
Okay, so you agree with your mom?
Absolutely.
You agree because she's your mom, or you agree that really it's a good plan?
I agree, really.
So you're going to wait till 15, 16?
Yes.
15, right? We'll be monitoring both of you from now to that 16. Thank you. Well done.
You see, the question that has been asked is very, very germane. Giving phone to our children at what age, for what purpose? Yeah, we are saying we're in a digital age. Yes, digital era, technology, and so on and so forth. We should really define the limits and the age. Ordinary phone, fine, because you can communicate. You are somewhere, you want to find out what's going on, either in the house or elsewhere. It's very important. But giving phone too, is he giving phone to go to school? No. That one, to me, in my own school, I prohibit it. You don't carry phone to the school. That is prohibited. If I see you a phone in the school, we cease. And we give it back maybe at the end of something. So it's good that we should be able to define it very well. It's not bad to give phone, but the age must be determined as they have already said. Because it's very, very important. It's useful for communication, for emergencies, or whatever we can do. It's good that they should have it, but ordinary phones are there. Costly phone shouldn't be for children. You see a boy, a girl, carry a phone about 300,000, 200,000 for what?
At how old?
16, 17. Carry a phone, powerful phone.
Wow.
It's
totally not it.
It's abnormal.
Please, Nigerian immigrants, we can do better now. We can do better.
Let us try. In as much as we will give them phone, let us be able to monitor and at what age, for what purpose. And if you see that, in fact, I say, let's give them the phone that doesn't have all these other devices.
Yes.
That they can be able to be
something plain, just to receive and answer call, make calls and answer when necessary.
But by the time they get to higher level, as they have already said, it's very, very important. But many of them now, you see them, they are glued to their phone.
So guardians, we should do better.
Textbook, we should be able to do
guardians and parents and caregivers, let's do better. Patience, is there any exciting message from any immigrant or student or anything?
So many.
Is there one you want to round up?
Yes, okay, somebody says, oh, please, can you repeat this topic? Can we repeat this topic again on NTA? This is what we need as Nigeria right now.
Okay. Well, our beautiful children are here. Chioma, Chinemelum, and of course, our keyboardist who has been keyboarding. So we hand over to you, and we thank you for teaching us again and again how to love you more and guide you along the beautiful path that many of you are taking.